Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
guys.
Welcome to our
Yeah,
auto.
yeah. Today we're gonna do it. Yeah, right from the out.
Yeah, we wanted to record outside, but it's too cold, so we're
Yeah,
just gonna stay in and share with you something interesting,
yeah.
maybe even funny. First of all, Happy New Year's, you guys.
Yes.
Our last video came, I think, before New Year's. So officially, Happy New Year's to everyone,
Yeah.
and hopefully 2021 brings a lot more positivity and better things
Yeah.
than the last year.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, thank you for everyone that has subscribed, and of course everybody that has been engaging with us and commenting, watching
Yeah.
our videos and everything. We really, really appreciate it. And yeah, so today we figured, you know how usually we do videos about stuff that we know about, something from our experience
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But the thing is, we don't know everything.
Yeah.
And even though we're together almost 13 years, we
Yeah.
don't know everything about each other,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So in this video, we're going to ask each other questions, right?
And guys, it's random. So I don't know what questions she's gonna pull out of her behind. Say, so it's just random. Like
Yeah.
we really wanted to be very, very authentic and
And spontaneous.
and spontaneous as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, so I don't know what she's bringing up.
I don't know what he's bringing.
Yeah, so
With this one, it's like
Yeah.
with you, I'm like, surprises come all the time,
Yeah.
so I'm like expecting something unexpected. There's always something with this guy.
yeah. So yeah, that's what we thought, to bring it to you guys today. So without much further wasting time,
You ask first.
I go first.
Yeah, you have to, because it
I don't
was
know.
your idea.
Yeah.
It was your idea.
Yeah. That's the thing, guys. You see, it was my idea, but honestly, I don't even have the first question, so I have to think, on the spot to bring it out. I thought she had something to ask me, so that at least that would set the ball rolling. But it
No,
looks
I
like
always set the ball rolling. Now it's your turn.
It looks like I would have to think on my feet, and
But it's like you wanted to ask me something, and then before you actually, finish the question, you said, "Oh, let's just record it."
actually, let's do that, right?
Yeah.
And then
so what were you gonna say?
yes, I did. It's true. What she said is true. I just lost my train of thought and the question I wanted to ask you. So now I have to think about it again, and I think I'm getting it now. No, actually, yes, I remember now. I was talking about reminiscing on our relationship.
Yeah,
And-
because it's
yeah.
coming up 13 years, guys.
Yeah,
this year.
This year is going to be
Yeah.
13. Actually, June to be precise. Yeah. So I was just reminiscing, all these years, in this beautiful relationship, and sometimes how we take things for granted. When you're in a relationship and you're so used to that relationship and you're used to each other, you can easily take things for granted. And
Yeah.
I wanted to check and see whether we were really doing that, or we were
So good.
fully aware of each other, and
Yeah.
and so let's see what do I have to what do I have in mind. So okay, let's go all the way back from when you met me. So like, if you've watched our first video of how we met, if you haven't watched, go that was our very, very first video that we did, I think 2-3 years ago.
3.
Yeah. So I don't want to go over that again. I just wanted to jump straight right into the question. So let me just set the ball rolling. When you met me for the very first time, like, what were you thinking? Like, did it occur to you that like,
We might end up with
Yeah.
the family and everything.
yeah,
No.
nothing?
When I first met you, no. Because I wasn't single. Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, and second of all, you were my best friend.
Yeah.
And the mistake a lot of girls make, and I almost was one of them, is that they separate best friend and relationship
Yeah.
material.
Yeah.
And So in the beginning, no, I didn't think that far. Even when you told me that you liked me and that
Yeah.
you wanted a relationship with me, right? And
Yeah.
you were even so like ballsy in terms of
Yeah.
telling me in my face
Yeah. Yeah.
that one day
I
I'm
remember, yeah.
gonna be yours. I'm just thinking, how is this guy so sure of himself,
Yeah.
even though I just basically blew him off?
Yeah.
So even at that time, I wasn't seeing it.
Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
it took our friendship,
Yeah.
and then
Mm-hmm.
and then the little break that we had.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
when I broke up with my boyfriend, and then we've been apart for some time, and you wanted me to just get over him so I could
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
And I wasn't moving on fast
fast.
enough, so
Okay.
we kind of had like this break where we didn't see each other for a while.
Yeah.
So it had to take all of our friendship,
Yeah.
then that little break, and then seeing you again for me to actually start seeing you differently now.
Oh, okay. So
That's what happened.
Oh, okay. So in your mind, so when women actually, you know, like when you have a platonic friendship but opposite sex, right? On the women perspective, when it's just platonic friendship, you just only see that as platonic, nothing else. You don't even think about the fact that it could change or lead to something else. That does it occur to you guys?
Look, the thing is, okay, when you say you women, most of the time count me out, because I am not like most.
Yeah.
And while I know a lot of women that do think about stuff like that,
Yeah.
I don't really put myself in that. Like, naturally, I don't think that far. I just
Okay.
kind of take it by the moment, day
Okay.
by day, how
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Today I might not be thinking about it, but maybe tomorrow something would happen where something would
Yeah.
strike a thought about that, but I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
I just, whatever happens
Because I know for a fact that with guys, yeah, I mean, guys having a lot of female friends, yeah, there are only few, but the majority having just a platonic really doesn't quite go well. You know, because there's always, I mean, think about it this way: when you have a platonic friendship with, you know, the opposite sex, if you're a guy, so in this case it will be the female, you know, and this person is so good, all the qualities that you see, like the reason why you enjoy spending time with this person, right, this, you know, lady, is because of all the things that she possesses and how she makes you feel and feel good and everything else, right? So I think in the minds and the perspective of guys, we're like, okay, why should we just
stay at the front. Okay.
Yeah, like why should we
The thing
be
is,
at the back seat for somebody to just come in, especially if you are single, you know,
Well,
and you don't have any
think-
girlfriend or any commitment,
yeah, I think it's
you
a
know.
personal thing. It
Yeah.
depends. Yeah. Some women, they would maybe like to take it a step further,
Yeah.
but they're afraid that if you do take it a step further, right, and you do start dating, and then something happens and you broke up, then you also lose the friendship as well.
Okay.
More often than not. And to not have that happen, they just say, okay, let's just not go there.
Okay.
And I mean, for me, I do have guy friends, and I do not feel the slightest sexual attraction to these people, not even in the slightest, right? So for me, it's no problem to just stay platonic friends with
Okay.
guys. I actually prefer the company of guys most of the time.
Okay.
My best friend is a guy, so but with you,
and no, I'm not jealous.
yeah, why would you, like? But
No, I'm not. Yeah.
I think it's still easier, even if I guess a woman feels certain things towards
Yeah.
a best friend. I think it's still easier for the woman to say, you know what, let's just keep it at friends than it
Yeah.
is for guys, right? Let's see. So okay, this is my question.
Okay.
So if I wouldn't have started looking at you differently,
Yeah.
and if I would have insisted on staying platonic friends, would you have still continued being friends with me, or would you have been so frustrated eventually that you would have
Yeah.
just cut all communication with me?
Okay. So this is my answer. So when I saw you, or I met you, in my mind, I wasn't going for just having a platonic friendship
Right.
with you, right? I was going for the kill, which is being with you. I was ready, you know. I needed a long-term relationship type of thing.
Yeah.
So if you had told me that you just wanted to stay as friends, obviously it's going to hurt my feelings or whatever it
Yeah.
is. But I also know who you were at that time, you know.
Yeah.
Like I really like you, so I will still maintain you as a friend.
friend.
Yes. Unless of course you were a bitch, then yeah, for sure. But of course, yeah,
I wasn't.
you weren't. And yeah,
the same-
and this is what I was saying. Like
Same with you. Like the
Yeah.
reason why I kept rejecting your
Yeah.
advances for so long is because I wasn't there.
yeah,
I wasn't I wasn't feeling
yeah.
about you the way you were feeling about me.
exactly.
And I did not want to hurt you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
By being with you just out of pity maybe or out of obligation. Yeah. Because
Exactly.
all those things are not. They're no substitute for love. Yeah.
exactly. I think if I could remember, I even told you that don't even, you know, accept or be pressured into, you know,
To being with you.
being with me,
Exactly.
because I don't want you
Because
to.
yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't want him to be a rebound.
Yeah.
And again, I didn't want to be with him just based on those things that are not
Yeah,
like that don't replace love, right? So, and I didn't want to hurt him because
Mm-hmm.
of that, and then as a result, lose him as a friend as well. You know, so
Yeah.
that's the thing. So even though like I might have had like sexual feelings
Mm-hmm.
towards you, I would have been fine having said let's just stay friends.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess for guys it's more difficult.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so the question is, if we had stayed friends,
Mm-hmm.
was it going to be just friends with benefits, or it was just strictly platonic?
The thing is, the way I look at things right now is different than the way I used to look at things back then.
Okay.
Okay?
Expound on that. Yeah.
Right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not in a relationship, like if you're not in a commitment, let's say,
Yeah, mhm.
yeah, I am totally okay with whatever it is that people
Mm-hmm.
want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, sexual expression is just as important as any other part of your life.
Okay.
Yeah, so if people decide they want to have one night stands, that's fine.
Yeah.
But back then,
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that if you're gonna sleep with someone, it has to be something you are emotionally involved with,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to send the wrong signal to the
Signal,
person,
yeah. Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But then again, with you, everything was different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because already, even though we weren't together,
Yeah.
I mean,
like
we
dating.
we
yeah.
slept in the same bed together.
Yeah.
I changed in front of him.
Yeah.
We probably would have ended
And-
up friends with benefits. I would think.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I still wasn't interested in the
Because
relationship.
that was really how comfortable she was around
yeah,
me.
exactly.
Yeah. She was really comfortable around me, and I was too. So that was why she was able to do all that stuff, even though we're just friends at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah. I also believe.
I think
it
so.
would
Yeah,
have it would have been friends with benefit. Yeah, for sure.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, for
probably.
sure.
But like you would have been like the only person I would have considered that with at the
Yeah.
time, right?
So,
Yeah.
fast forwarding,
Mm-hmm.
like we said, it's going to be almost 13 years, right?
Yeah.
In June. Are there things that you know during during the course of our relationship
Mm-hmm.
up until now? Are there things that I have done
Mm-hmm.
that there was one time that you sat back and said, damn, I made a mistake, or gee, I would have preferred somebody else, or I would have done this, you know, differently?
No. No.
No, I mean,
Never.
be honest.
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Ever. 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 There are times.
Yeah.
There are times when sometimes I think I understand why people prefer to live alone forever.
Yeah.
But no, that has never happened. That has never happened. And I've never had any experience with
Okay.
you
Mm-hmm.
that I was thinking, although I made a mistake here personally with the choice of you.
Okay.
That never happened. Yeah, there was a time where we were going through a lot of difficulties, a lot of stress, and that stress has led us to not be happy with each other at one point. And it had gotten to a point where we decided maybe it's a good idea to take a break from the relationship. And that was after maybe even one fight, because we didn't even want to let it get to the point where we just can't stand each other anymore. So we decided maybe it's a good idea just to take a break. But that stayed just an idea, because even just the thought of that somehow
It didn't quite sit well.
It didn't quite sit well. And I think we realized that it's not
It's
each
not-
other
yeah.
that's the problem. Yeah, it's everything else around us, and it's affecting us, and we're letting it out on each other. So we realized that, and we never actually took a break. But even then, I never regretted anything.
That's good.
Never, ever.
Till now.
Because till now, are you kidding me? People don't believe me, but I don't care. Okay, I don't care if people believe me. After 13 years, I am happier now at this moment than I was even in the beginning.
So I must be doing.
Because
I must be doing something right?
I think because look, we grow, right? We evolve
as
humans,
people,
as humans. And one good thing about him is that he's open and that he listens. Yeah, so he's more he's even more open than he used to be. Yeah, he's more chill, he's more relaxed. Yeah, because he indulges in the way that I look at things. Yeah. And I do with him as well, right? But not, of course, we don't have to adapt everything about each other, but all the good things. So he used to stress way too much, and it's all about a mindset, happiness, and all these things, and contentment, and just being at peace is all a choice. And it doesn't necessarily have to have anything to do with your circumstances. And I've been trying to teach him how to change his mindset just so he could be happier, because I love him the most and I like him the most when he's happy. That's one of the things that I realized pretty early on in our relationship. I feed off of your energy. However you might be feeling, I get that. I'm catching those signals, and if you're not happy, I'm not happy. If I'm not happy, nobody's happy. Actually, that's not true. I don't make I still play with the kids and everything, even if I'm not happy, but I'm not happy, right? And I hate not being happy. So it's like, okay, this is a fundamental issue of mindset here, because sometimes you, even if let's say it's a certain situation that makes you unhappy, there's nothing you can do about that situation.
It's true, guys.
And it's not going to change whether you worry or not, so you might as well not, because you're just making it worse. And stuff like that. So and little things little things mean so much. And I think he caught on to that from me. Because little things excite me so much, even more than big things. And there's a funny story that even he could have been mad at me for it, but because his mindset was different now, he was laughing at it. But this was way back in Canada, okay? We have a place there called Tim Hortons, and that's where you get coffee and tea and donuts and pastries and sandwiches, and they have these really nice breakfast sausage muffins. They're so good. Anyway, so my therapy at those times when everything was stressful and blah 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 was a cup of Tim Hortons steeped tea. Okay, so it was a regular day, and we had just I think applied to get to lease a BMW, a really nice one, and it looked like we would be getting it, right? So he was all excited and everything, right? And I was already telling him, look, just in case it doesn't work, it's not a big deal. We'll just have to do this and this and this so that next time it will work.
Still wasn't buying it.
And I was okay with that. I'm not, I don't try to force things, and especially we have a car. So even if it doesn't work, who cares? It's like, it's too bad, but it doesn't take away my joy for life. Okay. So anyway, So then he calls me while I'm at work, and he's all upset and all down because we didn't get approved for the
Yeah.
BMW. And I'm just like, well, that sucks, but okay, well, I told you,
Yeah.
in case it doesn't work,
Mhm.
this is
Yeah.
what we'll do. So this is just what we'll do. Like, just look at it objectively. Stop trying to put your emotions into like materialistic things.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I always try to tell him. Anyway, so all day he was upset. And later that night,
Yeah.
we went to see a friend's house. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we're seeing our friends, which was cool. But the thing that I was most excited about is getting a cup of Tim Hortons steep tea on our way home.
You guys,
Because that was gonna be like my relaxing time, winding down, and
Yeah.
that's like my freaking therapy. Okay, that tea. So yeah, we went to visit our friends and everything, and I'm all excited about my freaking tea. And then we went and stopped by that gas station where they also had a Tim Hortons inside. And I go in there and I want my steep tea. And then the guy tells me it's a self-serve thing and they only have the tea bags and I have to put the tea bags in the water. And I freaked out. That ruined my day. I'm like, because it doesn't taste the same as if when they give it to you. Now I have to put the damn tea bag in there.
so
Oh my god, I was furious. I was so upset. And then he's like, "Are you kidding me? When we didn't get approved for the BMW, you were so cool. But the fact that I can't get my steep tea just ruined my day."
and guys, now you see,
It's the
She-
little things.
she wasn't upset that we were not approved, but she was upset about a steep tea,
I wanted my steep tea for freak's sake.
and
You
she
have
was
no idea.
she was genuinely upset.
That's
And
all I
like,
was looking forward to all
Really?
day. Because here's the thing, I had to deal with the slight disappointment of not getting approved, and I had to deal with your attitude all day.
yeah,
I was at work too. It was a long day. That cup was all I was looking forward to.
can't believe
And
that.
then it wasn't
Yeah.
what I wanted. And I'm just like, you have got to be kidding me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That
I
was
know,
like,
I know.
I'm telling you, it's
But
the
yeah,
little things.
little things. But then you see, guys, like she said, I mean, I caught on to it, but it took me a while. It took me years. You know, the
Yeah.
little things. I had to be very now cognizant of those little things that means so much. You know,
Yeah.
so like example, like this TT issue. Yeah, it's not a big thing. No, it's the little things. So
It's not a big thing. But the thing is, too,
you know,
I am really, one thing that I know I'm blessed with is patience. I have a
Yeah.
lot of patience.
Yeah.
And I know that he was stressing out because
There's-
of how
yeah.
he is, his personality, and how it takes time. You
Yeah.
don't change just from one second to the
To the-
next, right?
yeah.
So yeah, but I know him. I know him at
yeah,
like, I know you at your core. I
Yeah.
know your soul,
Yeah.
what you are like. Yeah. So because I know that, all of these little things
Mhm.
are actually just little things.
Yeah.
Yeah. To a lot of other people, they might be big things,
Big
and
things,
they'll be
yeah.
like, "Oh, how can you take that?" It's not about that.
yeah,
Yeah, like, try to understand why a person is acting,
Yeah.
behaving the way they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just make sure that you, what's important is actually good. Everything else is actually not important. Yeah. So, and once you get through that
Mhm.
stuff, that is how your relationship gets
Yeah.
better as it gets, as it progresses, and
Yeah.
not, winding down, or you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Yeah, be patient. That is like one of the most important things that personally in my life has helped me with all of my relationships is
Yeah.
patience. Not just with him,
yeah.
but with any relationships, is just
Yeah.
patience. Yeah.
Any question for me?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
How's mine?
thinking.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, so we go in again, almost 13 years,
Mm-hmm.
4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've already asked you how,
I have a lot of questions that are inappropriate for YouTube.
yeah, I know. For sure.
I'll ask you those when the camera's off.
Yeah. So looking back, for 4 years, 13 years and
Yeah.
4 kids, is there any, how do you see the relationship, like our relationship, compared to what
Like
do you
how
call
do I
it?
see it now compared to how
Compared
it
to
was
how it was.
when?
I would say maybe the first 5 years of it.
First 5 years?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's richer now because we have those 5 years to add on to the additional 7.
Anyway, yeah.
So it's richer. Like, and here's the thing: the more we get to know each other, it doesn't get boring. Like, not at all. Like, like we still wake up in the morning and we can sit and just talk and talk and talk, to the point where the kids are like looking for us because they're hungry. Because we just sit and talk. Yeah. So no, it's not boring because, like I said, I said that in one of our previous videos that you have to grow and evolve together. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you evolve and you leave your partner behind, then they're also gonna be stuck in the way you always used to be, and then they might get bored with that. And especially if you're not letting them in on your growth and your evolution, right? That's how you grow apart. But we do all of that together.
Yeah.
Anything that's new about us, any new erkenntnisse, how do you say that in English? New
Erkenntnisse.
yeah, like
This is Deutsch, eh?
yeah. Guys, how do you say erkenntnisse in English?
I don't know.
I don't know, like any new like discovery, let's say, that you make about yourself, you know, we share that with each other and stuff like that, and it's just like kind of like a natural thing, like a natural process. And it's good.
We do for talking or communicating, you know, we do a lot. I mean, that's one thing
like,
we don't joke
we are always
with.
involved in each other's
we do a lot of things. Like I remember there was one time a friend of ours, but more to her side though, came over and like slept over, and then in the morning, he was up like way early. But then when we woke up, we were still in the room talking. He could hear us, but we were having conversations.
Right.
And he was like, he went to her, asked, what did he say?
No, it's like he has never met or experienced a couple just having a conversation.
And that actually,
because his parents don't speak to each other.
For me, that was even a big surprise. Like because he's never experienced that.
He's never experienced, and he's almost 30, and he has never met a couple that talks. I'm like, in terms of like just having casual conversation. So, like it's like all the couples he knows, including his parents, if they do talk to each other, then it's about family stuff or finances, or some boring crap. But not just a conversation. Usually they have those conversations with other people, but not with each other.
Yeah.
And the fact that he said that, to me, it was like, it kind of rang a bell in terms of, okay, so we must be doing good then,
Well, yeah, absolutely, because that was what was surprising to him, like, wow.
And it surprised me that.
And it also surprised us that
don't all people like have conversations?
Don't your parents, do the same thing?
Apparently not.
That's what we're talking. That's what we thought, that this should be, but no. It's never. So he hasn't witnessed anything like that. And then he's going to get into relationships and,
assume that all couples don't talk.
Thank you.
He's going to bring that into it. So I'm like, no.
So
you need to talk to
you need to start.
Spouse,
this is where the communication skill starts. Like, don't assume anything and don't take anything for granted, especially when you've been together for some time. That is where it is very crucial. When you have been together for a while, you have to be very, very careful not to take anything for granted, because it can just slip out of your hand like that, just like that. And we do make that mistake a lot, and we take things for granted when we are in a relationship. We get so used to each other, and we get so comfortable that the very things that you wouldn't do or you weren't doing when you decided to date that person, now that you have that person, you've stopped doing them.
Right.
Yeah, you've stopped doing them. You stop. If you were hitting the gym and getting in shape and look good and look. You've stopped all. So guess what? Now you're out of shape. You are this. You are that. You have less energy and this and that. Eventually, you'll be boring. But whilst you getting, you're stopping all that stuff or taking that relationship for granted. Guess what? Your partner is also somebody is also getting their attention through various means. Yeah, and we're all human. The things that we keep here that we don't bring it out, it's more. Yeah, it's more. So this is the reason why you should never take your relationship for granted. Yeah,
and talk.
And you have to talk. Yeah, you for the talking. That's number one on my list. You have to talk. Yeah, have to. And I'm still waiting for if you have any question for me. Nothing.
I'm thinking
or later.
Too.
Or we might bring a part 2 of this.
Yeah, maybe we'll have to write questions down.
Because this was just random, right, guys?
Actually, our really good friends and fellow YouTubers, the Charways, they just did a couples challenge where they where it's kind of like a game as to how well they know each other, and maybe we'll do something similar.
Maybe
because
I think it's a good idea,
and it's
very good idea,
and it's
to see really how well we know each other, because of course. And you'll be surprised.
The thing is,
you'll be surprised that I wouldn't know her at all.
Oh, I was
what
thinking
I thought
about it. What we know about each other, like we know each other a lot, like from our inside, like our soul and stuff like that. So something that I might be really into, or something that I really like, he might not know, because that's surface. That doesn't really,
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that. Like, if I ask him, like, I was thinking, what questions could I ask him?
Save all those questions for that.
But I will.
Yeah.
But just this one. I was thinking I could ask him, what is the one job that if my life had gone in a different direction, what would be the one job that would be so cool that I always talk about, that I would love to have been doing? And even though I talk about it all the time, I don't think you'll be able to answer that. See?
I know you talk about something like you having to like in a counseling session, like format, but more with teenagers, that have problems.
Okay, well, that's I guess, but that's not what I'm talking about. There's a different job.
There you go.
There's a different type of work that I said, if I had more guts, and if I was like, I don't know, maybe in the next life or something, I would definitely do something like that.
You got me, man. You got
See?
me.
You know what? We'll give him time to think about it, and then I'll ask him the question again, and we'll give you the solution in our next video. Okay?
Yeah, guys.
But it has to do with criminals, just so you know.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to interviewing hardcore, like what makes somebody do commit some heinous crimes and things like that.
Like what job would that kind of fall into, or what would fall into that category?
I don't know, like social.
No. Should I just say it?
Yeah, just say it.
A profiler.
A profiler. Oh, okay.
Like a criminal profiler. Like if there's like a serial killer loose, and then the police and the victims give me all their descriptions, and based on that, I would make a personality profile. Yeah. And stuff like really get into the mind of some of these sickos. Like that would be so cool. Yeah.
So there you go, guys. This is to start.
This is the start. Yeah,
this
exactly.
Is to start.
Just
that tells
preview.
you. And look, we've been together for almost 13 years, you see?
Yeah.
So we'll bring more of those. I think it's a good idea. We should do that.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you, Charways, for the inspiration.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys make sure you check out their channel as well, and watch that video. It's so funny. You guys are going to laugh a lot. All right. So until
just wrap it up.
Till we come back, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you subscribe and leave your comments and everything, and connect with us through social media. We're there. So all right, so bis zum nächsten Mal. Bye.